Time for what?
Experience in college.
Time for reinforcement.
Time for liftoff!
Where nothing is impossible unless you think it is impossible.
College.
My college scholarship.
Yes. Boom.
College ran by real fast.
You hung in with the best college.
First time for everything.
Well, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Let's do this thing.
Genius, let's do this thing!
Welcome everybody to our 8th Annual Magis Senior Panel with the Class of 2022. Woo! Yeah, give it up! We are so excited. We know it's your precious Friday, but the reason why we kept this as a tradition, yes, there's books, yes, there's stories, yes, there's Instagram, and yes, of course, there's TikTok. But the real important thing is about hearing about your classmates, how they rose above, and also how they have, will, and continue to can't stop, won't stop. So what we're going to start is for each of you guys just to introduce who you are, something that you're involved in inside of school, outside school, and where you're going next year.
Hi everyone, my name is Ignatius Magis, and at SI I am the co-president of ALAS, and I am a managing editor for the affinity section of Inside SI. And next year, I'm not completely sure where I'm going yet. It's either between USC or Cornell.
Okay.
My name is Ashley, and I'm a publicist in ALAS. And something I do at SI too is I'm part of cabaret and a lot of performing arts. Yeah. And next year I'm gonna UC Berkeley.
Slide. What's up, y'all? I'm Joy. I am the co-president for BSU. I'm also part of other fine arts stuff, drill, workshops, stuff like that. And next year I'm going to LMU.
Hi, I'm Kaya. I am a co-vice president for the BSU. I dance pretty much anywhere on campus, and I will be going to DePaul next year.
Shido.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm Gemma, and obviously I'm a senior. I'm involved in pretty much everything dance related at SI. I'm one of the captains of dance and drill for the past 2 years. Yeah, like I said, pretty much anything dance related. Outside of SI, I'm a competitive dancer and choreographer. Yeah, and I'll be going to Chapman University.
Yes.
My name is Kennedy. At SI, I'm involved in the track and field program, so I've been doing that for 4 years. I'm a sprinter there, so I do the 100, 200, and 4x100 meter relay. I'm also on the BSU leadership as a co-treasurer, and next year I will be attending the University of Nevada, Reno as a nursing major.
Hi, my name is Sandra at SI. I did track this year, it's my first year. I did volleyball, and I'm also a part of ALAS. Next year, I'm 95% sure I'm going to Chapman.
Hi. My name is Yamil, and I'm a senior, and at SI, I participate a lot in choir. I've participated all 4 years in choir. I also help out with mass. I acolyte sometimes and write morning prayers, sometimes say them. Oh, next year I'm going to St. Olaf College.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm a vice president for a club called SI Heal. I did rowing earlier this year, but I quit recently. Next year, I'm probably going to Santa Clara University.
So, whether it be for Michael or randomly other people, what's one thing that nobody really told you? That you're like, oh my God, why didn't someone tell me about this, about whatever your experiences at SI or through the college process?
Okay, one thing that I would say is that you can start applying for scholarships now. It's not a process that you have to wait to do till senior year. You could start applying to local scholarships. I know that Miss Vaccaro has a spreadsheet for you guys that really gives all the support you need. But start applying for them now because college is expensive.
I think one of the things that no one really told me about is how hard it is to actually choose a college. It's actually so difficult. And I think really visiting the school
is what really helps. So if you can do that, I think it's really recommended. And talk to a lot of students. Like, I reached out to a lot of students that are actually go to the schools. Some people don't do that, and I talked to a lot of like Latinx students and how they felt welcomed or not welcomed at that school. So
yeah, also just like the use of alumni at SI too, like just when the colleges come to SI and they have the little visits and stuff, really pay attention, especially in your like underclassmen years, like how their school is and how they really like treat their students. And then with alumni too, just getting that hands-on experience as a POC at a university.
So I'm gonna give you guys a little plug. Go on Raise Me. It's an app. You can use it to basically turn in literally everything that's required at SI, like community service hours, clubs, classes you take, and it'll add basically points that you'll get automatic scholarships for. It took at least $5,000 off of my basically overall cost for college. So definitely use Raise Me. I highly recommend it. Even if your college doesn't automatically, like you don't find it on there, definitely use it. And also this is gonna be, take this as you will, don't pick a top choice. You don't need to have a top choice. It's over glorified. You're probably not going to get in there, or you probably can't go. Out of the end of the day, you're going to have to go to one school. So don't pick a top choice. It's not like having a crush. This is not, monogamy. You don't have to pick one and stick with it forever. Just go off, have a bunch, be unbiased, have a good time. Find things that fit your, find things that fit your personality and your choice, and not things that are like, oh, I could totally see myself a part of that aesthetic, because your lifestyle, your beliefs are going to change very quickly. Literally every month you're going to switch personalities, and it's okay. It's a part of being an adolescent.
I think the biggest advice I can give to anyone, I'm a performing arts person, so like I'm trying to go to school for dance specifically. So if anyone's interested in any type of arts in general, whether that be animation, musical theater, make sure you have a good GPA. Other words, you will not get into the program. Because I was not, due to my GPA, I wasn't able to get into many dance programs. And so now I have to like do other stuff to get there. So if that's your passion, make sure your GPA. Freshmen, your grades matter. If anyone tells you they don't, that is a flat out lie. I was told by like some of the seniors that freshman and sophomore years don't matter. They do. So make sure that you have that. Also, build relationships with your teachers, because 2 of them or more will be writing that letter of recommendation. I'm blessed enough to be an extreme extrovert and talk too much in class. So that part wasn't hard for me, but I have friends who are like, I don't know which teacher to pick because I don't really talk in any of my classes. Build a relationship with some of your teachers.
One thing that I would say that I didn't necessarily know, like I'm not trying to sound negative, but like the college process and balancing, like trying to find the balance between doing things that you enjoy, getting your applications done, going to your classes and getting enough sleep and stuff like that. It's a really hard balance. And I think a lot of people make it look super easy, but like I wanted to put it out there that I, for one, was not someone who had like an easy experience with that. But, at the end of the day, like you'll get through it. You'll definitely get through it. It wasn't easy, but as time goes on, you kind of find a balance between the things that you need to do and the things that you have to do. And I will say that sometimes it takes compromise on things that, you used to be like a super stickler about, like freshman, sophomore year, I would do all of my homework like a week in advance, and that was just the way that I was. But as I approached junior and senior year, that just became like way too hard to do with everything that I had going on. And I felt a little bit guilty, like how come everyone else can just like super excel in all their classes and be a starter of their teams and find that balance. But at the end of the day, it's about your ability and doing your best. And I think that if you believe that your best is enough, then you'll be fine. Like, don't feel bad because you're not maybe at the level that you think your peers are, because at the end of the day, we're all struggling.
I guess something that I wish someone told me was that there's a lot of like programs that help with like tuition. Like there's Posse, there's QuestBridge, there's a lot more programs. And I'm sure Ms. Vaccaro knows most of them. Beneficial to reach out to her, and they pay a lot for your tuition. They give you a lot.
So I have like 2 pieces of of advice I can give you guys. The first being like the entire college process with all like the scholarships and stuff, it's supposed to be like a marathon, not like a race, because I put off my CSS like applications until the very end, but Miss McGar was nice enough to like help me through it, and that was kind of like a hard time. So okay, anyways, the second piece of advice I have is to choose your college based off of what you want your career or like passion to be, instead of where your friends or like where your family are, because in the end your friends change, but your career or passion really is like the only thing that cements your identity.
As a Magis student, how has that benefited you as a student here, as a college applicant? But on the other flip side, how has it been for you being, whether you identify as BIPOC, being someone who's on significant financial aid, or being first gen? What has been your experiences, whether it is as a student or as a college applicant?
Well, so personally, I'm on financial aid, and back in freshman year, I thought it was something that I had to hide from my friends because I thought it made me like less. But in reality, you're still a student, and that's really all that matters. There's nothing to hide.
I guess like I'm also on financial aid, and a lot of my friends, some aren't, and I guess that is something like that can cause discomfort at times, but I think that like something that makes your experience different, and it gives you a different like view on on money, on like how you should spend and what you should do, and it gives you a sort of pressure, I guess.
From my experience, like applying to colleges, I feel like needing financial aid has like affected or like impacted it in such a way, because when you look at schools, what they want is money. Like they're looking for people to pay them tuition, and like a student like me that needs financial aid to go to the school, they'd rather like pick a student who will pay full tuition. That's what like I would say has impacted like my college process the most. Like for example, Chapman is like $80,000, close to $80,000 to go there, and if I did not get financial aid, I would not be able to go there. It's just too expensive. $80,000 a year is a lot. But yeah, like what they've been saying so far, apply for like scholarships and like start now. It's never too early to start.
To start out more positive, I think being in Magis, I think, we're all assigned college counselors, but I think it's really helpful to have Miss Vaccaro like kind of be there for you, even though if she's not like your designated college counselor, she's really helpful and like supportive in your decisions and making sure that you find a place that works best for you. And I think that has been the biggest benefit of being part of Magis. But on the harder side of things, like everyone else said, I think the biggest challenge is just the financial part of it all. I have a lot of friends that are in different places financially, and it was kind of hard for me when, they applied to schools that cost $80,000 a year. They applied, it was their dream school, they got in and they can go. And, their parents buy new houses, their parents get new cars, and it was just like, how can you afford to do all of this and, go where you want to go? But like, I've been working hard for 4 years, and I don't go out, like I don't party, I just do my homework and go to practice. And I didn't get into where I wanted to go to. Like, I'm still trying to find money to pay for college, and I think that was probably the hardest part about the whole process for me. But then again, there's always ways out, and you'll be able to, everything will work out in the end. That's what I'm thinking about right now. So,
similarly to the last couple of speakers, I come from a split household. So for some, depending on your college, they'll only ask for the financial information of your primary guardian, which is my mom. And my mother makes way less than my college's tuition. So even though I got a huge amount, I'm still shocked about the amount of aid that I really got, because I didn't even know that. I was like, dang, really? I'm smart. I get scholarships. It's still a lot. I had to really go talk to my admissions counselors about can I have more money? How do I get more aid? Is there any scholarships I can apply for? And since I am mixed black and white, I don't qualify for a lot of black scholarships. Or because my dad works at my school, I didn't qualify for a lot of things, so I was stuck in that in-between place. So I'm still looking for scholarships, but I began my college process freshman